Hey, welcome back. The other week I recorded a video looking at some of the tools that I've used and I would recommend for personal and team profiling type of exercises, things like Belbin, Myers-Briggs, those sorts of tools, DISC, that kind of a thing. One of the questions that was asked was, how can you use those to develop a team and to develop individuals? Well, team development is really interesting. If you use a tool like DISC, Myers-Briggs to a degree, but DISC, SDI, Belbin particularly because it's what it's designed for, it helps you to understand who you have in your team. It helps you to understand the team working personalities or aspects of the team that you're working with. For instance, I'm working with a team at the moment and we did a team workshop the other day. We'd used DISC, I had the team profile, and it showed that these guys were all in one particular quadrant of the DISC model. And what that meant is they were all very detail focused, very fact orientated, very interested in accuracy and rigor. The kind of team that in the technical industry they're in are absolutely excellent at what they do because they have to be rigorous, they have to be accurate. In a team working context, you have to be aware of that because they tend to be the kind of team who will want to pick one item on the agenda and talk about it for 2 hours until they've reached a conclusion, when sometimes you can't reach a conclusion. You have to understand they'll be the sorts of people who will want detail and not just a concept model to work upon. Whereas if they've been in a different quadrant of DISC, more the people who are into big picture thinking, ideas, collaboration, those sorts of things, you can give them a much broader brief when you're doing a team working exercise and say, why don't you go and think about this or imagine a future when, and they absolutely thrive on that. More detail focused people in a team coaching context, you need to use what you know about them to shape the way that you're going to run the session. It helps you to understand what the makeup of your team looks like. Now, actually, that's half of the team. When you look at the rest of the team plotted onto the model, it's more of a rounded picture. They have at least some characters in each of the quadrants of that model, but it's very heavily biased one way towards facts, towards drive, and away from perhaps steadiness, empathy, and those sorts of things. So you can look at a team and go, these models don't tell you every single thing you need to know about someone. None of them do. And that's always a risk with using them. But it tells you something about the team. It indicates what the personality of the team might be like, in that it could be biased towards one way. It's useful when coaching because then you can understand how to shape things or understand when things are moving in a certain direction, why. It helps you in a team leadership way when you're looking at the team and thinking, we're very heavily biased here. Perhaps we need some characters within the team who bring a different type of personality to the mix so that we get more of a rounded view. You can think of it like that. What these tools don't do, they don't tell you everything about someone. They don't tell you anything about that person's emotional state on the day that you're doing the work. They don't tell you anything about that person's mindset, their emotional intelligence necessarily. Some tools are designed to do that, but these don't really show that. So it's quite dangerous to say, this is who they are, this is everything about them, but they're a very good guide to say this is an aspect of the flavour of the team, I guess, which helps you as a coach and as a mentor. It can help you as a team leader or as a team member to see where your fellow team members sit on the spectrum of personalities. Again, as ever, I hope that helps. Just a little useful insight. If you ever need to know anything more, do please check out the website. You can get in touch there. I'd love to have a conversation and be able to help you. Like and subscribe to the channel, all that kind of YouTube stuff. That really helps me as well to build the audience for these videos. And do please share them with friends and colleagues if you think they'll help. In the meantime, have a great week and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.